Good morning, guys. Welcome into the show. All right, welcome back to Monday, I guess it is. So we had a really good seminar over the weekend. Learned a lot about options, chart setup. If you haven't had the chance to watch it and you're in the bid and ask, go ahead and watch it. Man, I answered a lot of questions. It was like 90 straight minutes of just questions and teaching and everything. It was really great. So hopefully you guys got a lot of use out of that one, and we'll go from there. Amazon's up 96% right now. I'm sorry, down 96% right now. So if you were in Amazon, RIP. Just kidding. They're going to split this morning, so that's how that goes. But let's see here. So if you're curious, Everything Money Trading channel, if you're not subscribed to this channel already, please do so. Here's the little link. But I have posted a video this morning on the best way to trade Amazon. So if you don't know what is going on, you want to figure out how to make money on this thing, go ahead and do so, and you can trade it. Futures are just soaring this morning. I think it's funny. Supply chain issues. Look at the headlines. Supply chain issues shattered for the near term. Supply chain hopes, I should say. Inflation, Fed blackout, CEO doom and gloom. Consumers have to face the truth about nasty inflation. What else is there? 60-40 investors getting punched in the gut. I had a neighbor walk into my yard yesterday, and he goes, "Mo, what do? I'm just getting obliterated." And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Just stay with it. The too hot jobs market. I don't know what that means. No longer sure bets. And all of that being said, stock market's flossing. So that's that. Remember when crude was supposed to be $250 a barrel by right now? Interesting timing, huh? Anyways. All right, let's see what we have going on today. Today is basically my favorite day of the entire year. Second favorite day of the entire year. Today, Apple is presenting at the Worldwide Developer Conference. For those of you that like acronyms, WWDC. They're gonna start talking about I'm like a kid in a candy shop today. Nicole was like, "What's your week look like this week?" And I said, "Well, I have the Apple Developer Conference that I need to listen to from 1 to 3 today." And that sums up my week. I also have to play golf Wednesday. But this is it. This is Christmas Day for me. I'm so excited. WWDC. So don't message me between 1 and 3 because I'm not going to answer you. Just kidding. I'll probably talk to you while I'm watching it. But Apple iOS, iPad OS, Watch OS, and perhaps the debut of the long-rumored Reality OS for VR and AR headsets. Let's see here. iOS 16, which I'm super pumped for, will feature upgrades to the iPhone's lock screen and new widgets. That said, there's this guy, Gurman. What's his name? Mark Gurman. According to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, who seemingly lives in the walls of Tim Cook's office. I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. That said, the lock screen update may be only something for iPhone 14. Gurman also points out improvements to iOS messaging app, including more social media style updates, as well as changes to notification systems. Apple's iOS 16 is also said to have new multitasking capabilities that could make the iPad even more of a laptop competitor. That's for iPad OS. The battery life is going to improve on wearables. What else do we have? Oh, Watch OS should have better low power. I had a Watch number 2, iPad Watch 2. I don't know what watch they're on now, 6 or 7, 8. I don't know, but the watch is going to be doing. This is pretty cool. Medication management. I'm surprised it's taken that long, but that's a pretty good one. Then they're going to maybe talk about the new M2 chip. The M2 chip is just, I find it funny that a company like Apple, it doesn't really matter. It could have been Amazon. It could have been Microsoft, anybody. Apple's in the chip game, though. They come in and people talk about Intel, AMD, NVIDIA, this and that. These guys just come out of nowhere and just dominate everybody. They just dominate. I mean, they come out with this M1 chip and just destroy the competition. And then M2 comes out. They had the M1 Max. It's incredible. So that's that. All right. What else do we have? Amazon Amazon split delivers more than bargained for. So Amazon is going to be splitting today 20-1. I shouldn't say first split ever, but it's one of their very few splits that they've ever done. So it's going to make the share price today somewhere in the 120 range. I don't necessarily know where it's going to start. I could look it up, of course, to make sure and they're going to make the share price more alluring to the individual/new investor that doesn't know what day it is. Amazon's going to split 20-1. Shares of the e-commerce giant have fell 12% since reporting its plan in March. Alphabet, notably, has fell 17% in that same time frame. This will make it easier for these types of stocks to get into the Dow Jones because the weighting is based on share price. So you can't put in companies like Google and Amazon at current prices. Market's not open yet. Into the Dow Jones. So now this is going to probably put Google and Amazon into the Dow Jones at some point in the near term future. 122 to 125 is going to be the price range for Amazon. Now companies like Shopify, so they go into talking about here. This is interesting. It could also have a negative impact because you look at a price like Amazon and you'll say, okay, it's $124 a share. Well, it looks like a much better company at $2,500 a share, $3,000 a share than it does at $125 a share. So it can go both ways depending on which type of sentiment people think about. Now, Shopify, Shopify is down 79% since November. They had a record close of $16.90. I don't know what the stock price is at now. Maybe somebody could type that in there for Shopify. But geez, that's incredible. Well, I guess, so it has to be, what are they, $350 a share now? They have to be $350 because if they're going to do a 10-1 split at $35, that's a hypothetical situation. That's that. All right, let's see. Let's go to the next story. Elon Musk's followers include a lot of bots. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, they did a survey of the president's Twitter, and they found like 50% of his things were bots. So it's not, any celebrity, a large number of their Twitter followers are going to be bots. It's clearly just a problem on Twitter. So I think it's good that he's pulling this out since he's buying the company, but I also find it interesting that he took a 9.2% position in a company and didn't know any of this. So I also look at it that way, but I digress. Smash the like button, guys. I'm going to also post the trading link one more time. And I want to, for those of you that have joined since I started talking. So if you want to know how to play Amazon, I made a video about it this morning. Amazon stock split today, the best way to trade it. So subscribe to the trading channel. I just posted it in a link and go and do that. Okay, where were we? What were we talking about? Elon Musk. Yes. The issue isn't new for Elon Musk, who has complained for many years about Twitter's ability to measure and manage automated accounts. He has talked about this a lot for many times. One estimate says spam, fake, or inactive accounts make up the vast majority of his Twitter following. Now, I find that to be quite the stretch, as he has 95 million followers. But at the same point, since 13-year-old girls are the only ones that have Twitter, are there 95 million little 13-year-old girls in this country that have Twitter? Because I don't know who else would have a Twitter besides that, but it just triggered so many people. Dreams of improved supply chain issues. Brian Sozzi. So he was talking to a Citibank analyst, I should say. Shortages of semiconductors, car parts, and other key items that flow through supply chains are likely to remain into the foreseeable future, Citi warned in a new note. The bottom line is that we find supply chain pressures have proved to be more persistent. They're not transitory, and apparently deep-rooted than we expected even a few months ago. Chief global economist of Citi Research. Given these realities, any hopes for near-term improvement in supply chain conditions have been totally shattered. To relieve the stress in the global trade, we ultimately need to see an improvement in the pandemic. So he didn't say here, he didn't specify China anywhere in this article, but I have to think that he's speaking about China right now. Because he did say, next sentence, some specific supply chain issues are beginning to unwind. That meaning China, they lifted their zero COVID policy ban, and there are still a number of lingering unknowns. So I have to think he's talking about China. I just find it funny that he didn't say the word China anywhere in here. Where is this? Oh, so this is a picture of China. Meh. Supply chain stress continues to be most acute in the tech industry. Latest Apple hardware may be in short supply in the coming weeks. You know, it'd be great if Apple came out today and said, we are going to take pre-orders for our iPhone to get an idea of how many iPhones we need to produce. I would be so happy if I could pre-order an iPhone today. CEO of Intel, Pat Gelsinger, says, we are about halfway through the chip shortage. My expectation is now that this persists through 2024, and the biggest issue that we've additionally faced over the last 6 to 9 months is equipment that goes into the fabrication plant. So they can't even make the plants. That's the issue. All right, going to the China thing. China tries to shake off the worst pandemic, zero COVID policy, yada, yada. In a significant step towards normality, the capital city of Beijing allowed restaurants in most districts to resume in-store dining on Monday after about a 1 month hiatus. Most businesses could also restore in-person operations. Lockdowns lasted for about 2 months. They were completely shut down, absolutely completely shut down. Buy an Android. I would rather buy a bag of dog poop than an Android phone. And pay how much are they? $14. I'm just kidding. Android actually does make good phones. Our frequency trackers suggest that barring another severe COVID resurgence and related lockdowns, mobility, construction, and ports of operation could recover to pre-lockdown levels in around 1 month. I don't know about that one. This is from a Goldman Sachs China economist. However, business in the service sector will involve close human contact, blah, blah, blah. Where was the part that I really wanted to get to? Look, this is where data is now. So I guess there was a big movie that was released, a long weekend movie, box office. It brought in $26 million, which was the worst performance since 2012. Yikes. Domestic tourism has dropped 12% from last year, 12.5% from last year. PMI showed declines in new business. Oh, here we go. Disney has no plans to open, and neither does Universal. So I don't know how that's going to go for them, but oh well. Inflation, blackout, CEO doom and gloom, what to know this week. Investors will be looking at the CPI number on Friday. So pay attention on Friday for CPI number. It does exclude energy and food, which is a total scam, but whatever. Fed still has their work cut out for them as they may need to do continued 50-point basis hikes into the autumn months. For those of you that may not, no, never mind. That means fall. The flip side to that coin, however, is that inflation will continue to be an issue due to strong demand for consumers. Wages. Man, where was I over the weekend? What did I do over the weekend? I don't remember what I did, but I was somewhere. My God, people are just shopping, and it's incredible how much people are just out and spending and this and that. Where was I this weekend? I have no idea. The headline CPI, maybe it wasn't this weekend, maybe it was last weekend. The headline CPI data is expected to have climbed in May, but stayed flat from last month. We'll see. I'm excited for that number, but there's not a lot of earnings this week either. It's actually a pretty boring week. I think Amazon's stock split is the biggest thing that's going on. The 1 month is creeping up to the 10-year. I mean, 3 month is creeping up to the 10-year. Like, what reports this week? Momo, Dave & Buster's, Five Below, Neo, and Fuel Cell, and DocuSign. Oh my God, Thursday, baby. Thursday's a big day. Thursday's a really big day, so get your oven mitts ready for Thursday. I think that's going to be a big one. If you want to join the EM community, specifically the bid and ask, come on in, join me. No, I didn't go to Costco. I don't like going to box stores. I don't like it, especially on the weekend. The clientele is not something that I like to hang around. Hillary Clinton gave a really good description of the type of people that go to Costco and Sam's Club on the weekends, and frankly, I don't really want to be around them. She did include me in there, but whatever. All right, let's see what we got here. Amazon, I'm up 2,000% on Amazon. That's funny. What up, Mo? Ordered us some loans. I don't know what that means. Is Apple sponsoring wrestling? I have no idea, but they're sponsoring baseball. I'm loading up on Baba, $300 calls. Apple's going to release a chipless tablet. That would be pretty sweet. Tesla might split again. So Tesla rumored to split around $1,200 a share or $1,100 a share, whatever it was. I don't know if they're going to do that split, but they're very notorious for doing 7-to-1 splits. So let's see what they end up doing. They need to get those hype dorks back in all those stocks. There's no doubt about that. Elon Musk fired his employees and is hiring more Tesla bots. That's really good. I'll go comment on Mo's Amazon video for sure. Thank you. Let's see. With 6,000 members, you guys don't need to market. Yeah, and I think that Apple, with 2 billion iPhone users, they shouldn't advertise either. I mean, 2 billion device users, they shouldn't advertise either. So that was a really smart comment, Zizou. I don't think that Amazon should advertise either. I don't think that Microsoft should advertise. I just think it's a bad idea. They just have too many users. When do you think ports and ships will get back to pre-pandemic levels? Gavin, I think it's going to be 2025 or beyond. I don't think everything's going to be sorted out for that long, because you have countries like China that are a global crux, really. And they're not even, they have basically restarted. So they went from March of 2020 to June of 2022, and I look at it as they went back to March of 2020. So now they have a lot of buildup to do, and it was already a disaster from that. Not being able to leave group messages with Android users when you have an iPhone is brutal. Mason, you are absolutely correct. Absolutely correct, especially the group chat that they keep putting us in and we can't get out of. Costco, you made floral arrangements all weekend. That's true. That's true. Mo loves the people of Walmart. What a wonderful website that is. What a wonderful website that is. All right, let's see what we got. Last weekend was your Chicago. Oh, that's right. I was in Chicago last weekend. That's where the shopping was. I was like, I don't usually go shopping. Monkeypox is on the rise. Yeah, that's true. It's scary out there. All right, let's Reebok still exists. Let's look at Costco. So Costco is going to be hovering in this range. It just can't get through the 25. And with this type of volume, you ain't getting through the 25-day moving average. Shipping steamship lines are making too much money with the current port situations, and they're in control, so it's not going back to normal until somebody does something. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Why change? I don't blame them. You would do the same thing. You would do the same thing. All right. Alibaba's up 7%. Don't know why. Because China's back? I don't know. I mean, come on. KHC. Another gap. Let's go back to Baba. Another gap, another fall. Every time this company gaps up, it's the same thing. It's like a broken record. Gaps up, falls back down. Gaps up, this will come back down. Gaps up here, it's going to come right back down, and it'll probably finish this one. It's a broken record. This is literally a broken record. And people fall for it every single time. Oh yeah, DD's up 60% because regulators stopped looking at it or something. So it went from a whopping $1.85 to $3.06. So you better have your oven mitts ready for this one. I guarantee you this thing's coming right back down too. So, okay, let's see. Oil stock outlook for the next 12 months. Honestly, I don't know. Oil's a very weird space for me. I don't really understand it. I think it's very geopolitical. Well, I don't think it is geopolitical. Frankly, I don't understand it all. I don't understand oil prices. You know how I knew oil and gas was a total scam? I was driving home one day, probably 2012 or something like that, and I was listening to the radio, and somebody goes, a bird flew into an oil refinery this weekend, and it jacked up the oil refinery windmill or whatever the hell it is. So gas prices are going to be higher this weekend. And that's when I said, you know what? This is stupid. They look for any excuse that they could just jack up prices here and there, and it's just all politicism and public perception and geopolitical, and the Saudis do this, and the Abu Dhabis do this, and the Chinese do this, and it's just stupid. It's literally stupid. So I kind of just stay away from the oil stuff unless I'm just trading it. But right now, ExxonMobil it's trying to get through this $100 level. Frankly, it doesn't look like it's about to do that. So when do you think we'll see the end of the chip shortage? Chip shortage, I don't think is going to end until 2025, 2026. I mean, just look what Pat Gelsinger said. It's not even a chip shortage anymore. It's a fabrication factory shortage at this point. We don't have enough chips to make the machines that make the chips. So not only do you have to solve the chip shortage issue of devices, like every device sitting on my desk right now, you need to solve the how do we make these first, and then you can go ahead and do that further on. So yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of things. If someone stubs a toe in Saudi Arabia, oil surges 10%. That's exactly right. $10.35 gas in West Hollywood. That's sick. That's awesome. Net Ghost, that was a fantastic comment, but I can't read it because I'll get canceled. Micron, gonna gap a little bit today. All right, so here we are, rolling back down. So this is the roll down. We're kind of creating this little M formation. So big fall. I welcome a rebound today. Let me pull up a line chart and just show you what I'm seeing over here. Actually, let's pull it up over here just because it's less crowded. Let's blow this up. Can you say blow this up on YouTube? I don't think so. So big fall here, 75 to 69. Now, what do you notice about this? There's no support levels to keep it down. So this thing can easily rebound right back up. So what do we need? Today, rebounding up to this number. So I would really be happy if I was in this. I would really want to see the day close somewhere above $71 and then tomorrow go further. This is going to come down to this level right here. This 66.50, 66, whatever it is. It's going to happen. You need a positive day here. If you're in this thing, you should be praying to the oil gods and the chip gods for a positive day. Mo, how did you get so rich? You spend so much money on things. Yeah, I spend 99% of my income. So it's a struggle out there for me. Yeah. Starbucks. Starbucks is moving up quickly. It's trying to get through the 50. It's actually done a nice job of getting through the 25. So that's very interesting. It's done a very nice job of getting through the 25. And it's struggled for quite some time. So let's go back here. The last time it was through the 25. So this was January. I'm drawing this line here, January. Couldn't get through the 25 all in this area. Tried to peak right here when we had a little market pop in late March, nothing. Tried to pop again in May, nothing. Here we actually got some consistent buying volume pushing through the 25. I don't know if it's going to make it through, but it's actually trying. But if you look over here, I don't know, just look right here. Next move for this one, next move for the daily stochastic, I'm telling you right now, it's down. Next move for the daily stochastic is down. So SB will be dead once Luckin is back. Yeah. I spend all my money on Mason. That's what I do. All right, let's see here. AAL. I like this one. AAL. So the good news is you're under every major moving average. That's what I want to say first. You're under every major moving average. So you got a lot of negative pressure put on the stock. Tons of selling volume coming in. Downtrend over here, downtrend over here. Guys, this thing is going to fall. You're going to have very strong support at this 1550 level, but this thing is going to fall. It's absolutely going to fall. All right. Funny story. Can I get your dad's Netflix username and password? So if somebody saw that my dad protects his Netflix account more than he protects his bank accounts, his social security number, and my dad is so fixated on his. You should see the password on his. You should see the password on his Netflix account. It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen. It's hilarious. All right, let's do Verizon. So Verizon has had an interesting rally. Now it's going to struggle to get through the 100-day moving average. So even though you have this nice little trend that's kind of popping up on you, I don't think that I would let this thing stand. I wouldn't stand with it personally. I think it's going to roll back down. You almost did KHC. Okay, let's do KHC. Kraft Heinz, great downtrend. Fantastic downtrend. Yep, love it. I can't say anything. It's not going to break through the 200 with this type of volume. It has good selling volume coming in. Very interesting going across the bottom on the daily, but you have a really nice downtrend overall. This thing will end up moving down. Please do Boeing. Let's do Boeing. Do banks do well in a recession? HP, you know what you should do? Just do this homework, do an exercise. Go to the financials for JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, etc., and see what they did in the last, see what they did in 2007, 2008. I think that's a great exercise. I did that this morning with a company that I'm looking at buying. I went back and saw how they did in a recession, and they didn't do well. So it gets me a little bit scared. HP, go and look at those stocks. Go and look at home builders. Go and look at your Walmarts, your Targets. Just do these exercises and get an idea of what sectors do well in recessions. I'm not saying that stocks are recession proof, but they do better or worse in recessions, depending on what they are. Typically, luxury items do not do well in recessions. Home prices do not do well in recessions. Boeing is still a downtrend, rolling up. So here's what gives me confidence about Boeing. And let's pull up the long-term chart here, because this is the one that really matters. So we have a 50%er. We have a 50%er. I'm going to use blue. All right, 50%er. So here's your high. Here's your low. Here's kind of that middle ground that it really can't escape through. Now, what do you notice? The last time this moved through the sweet spot was 2020. Confidently moved through the sweet spot. Now you're getting lower, 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 lower. You're getting a pop, but again, lower, lower, lower. I do not think that this is going to go much higher than this 25, 30 area, and it's going to come right back down. So, yeah, that's it. That's that one. All right. That was a banking crisis. Well, of course, it was a banking crisis, but go back and look at 2000, 2001. I mean, you have everything is going to be some type of crisis. Yes, there was a little bit more funny play going on in the banks, but banks are going to get hit. Banks are going to get hit. Everything gets hit. Everything gets hit. It's just where is going to recover faster? Where has the better cash flow to recover faster? Where has the customer base to continue? Dollar stores general recover the quickest. Yeah, that's right. All right, let's see. Citibank went from 500 to 25. Well, did they actually, or was there a split in there? I would believe it, but compared to other YouTube commentators, not Apple, bad comparison. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, let's see here. We already did Starbucks. I don't want to do AMC. Veru, what is that? This is this crazy pharmaceutical company, right? So all I'm going to say is be careful with this thing. It's volatile as heck. So just be a little bit careful with that one. Guys, I'm going to put a little... There you go. Yeah, thank you. Deirdre, thank you. I'm going to do Nike. So guys, click that link and go subscribe in a new window after the show. Nike. Good call. Nike did drop below. What was the low here? The low was... Wait a second. Did they drop below 100? No, they didn't drop below 100. Okay. So here's the funny thing about Nike. You've gone from about $103 to $124. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7 straight days of profit. And your trend hasn't switched at all. And your volume overall has declined quite significantly, with the exception of one good buying day where everybody was buying. So I find it funny that after all that run, you are barely trying to make a move to the positive direction. That's a little bit worrisome for me. Visa V. Okay, so Visa's really going to struggle to get through these major moving averages. Absolutely. Really going to struggle through. I suck at posting links. Did I not post a link? There you go. Really struggles getting through major moving averages. So you're going through 100. You're going to try to get through 200. I'm sorry. With volume like this right here, you ain't getting through. It's just not happening. Mo should get Nike to make a line of EM oven mitts. That is a fantastic idea. This is why we keep Matt Jones around in a great capacity, because he has ideas like this. All right. Under Armour is really going to struggle to get through its 25-day moving average, not because it's a 25-day moving average, but because you have this. You know, we talked about breakaway patterns last week. I could see a breakaway pattern happening here. It starts to climb, it starts to climb, it starts to climb. These people that were up here that lost all this money on the way down, they get to about halfway and they say, okay, I'm good. This thing is going back up, baby. And then boom, this thing falls right back down here into whatever this range is, $7, $8, what have you. So be careful with that one. Naked HD, we have more cheap sex than Tinder. That's what's up. Congrats. All right. Let's see. SoFi. Haven't done that one in a while. SoFi. Ooh. SoFi is going to struggle to get through those moving averages too. Stock market's now open. Amazon's officially split. Congratulations, everybody. We did it. Bad volume here on SoFi. Bad volume. You ain't going to make it through the 50-day moving average. It's just not going to happen. So let's go to Amazon and see what the deal is. I bet the chart's going to look actually, good job, TradingView. You fixed the chart. So Amazon now is up 2.5%, 3%, whatever it is. And the volume is coming in. Oh my God, we were 1 minute in. There's 10 million shares traded. Average volume of 99. Their average volume is just going to go bonkers. Unless this is calculated too. I don't know. Unless this is calculated too. But let's see what else we have. Impossible. Yeah. All right. HRB opens red. No chance. Oh my gosh. HRB opens red. So here's the good news about HRB. We do have declining volume. We are starting to get this rollover. If this red line can break into the sweet spot, this will follow, and we will have some type of short. Day trading at 10. Catch you guys on the flippity flop. See you tomorrow.